What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Knight here, your Tech and Games Crusader. We have some unboxings again today. So first off, we have, these are more of the Amazon Prime Day deals that I managed to pick up that were just delayed in shipping. So first off, we have the Bionic Mantis. This is a portable headset that attaches for the PSVR, and we're going to make it work on the Quest 2. We have some extension and replacement parts from Rebuff Reality for the VR Power 2. We have the Oculus Quest E-Mark chip equipped OQLink upgraded cable for doing Oculus Link. We have the Globular cluster FrankenQuest 1.1 revision of the adapter that slides over the connecting arms. The Globular cluster gray cloth covers 2-pack. And the official real deal HTC Vive Deluxe audio strap, HS600. And I was going to show you guys my new cooling solution that I got for being able to have fan, and also right here, as you can see, is a cooling plate for semiconductive cooldown. Has 2 buttons on the side. You have power, which also adjusts your fan speed 1 through 3. And then you also have, if you hold down the cooling button, it enables the active semiconductive cooling there. So we're going to take a look at that as well. Is right here. There's multiples of these that I did get for testing. But this is the one, even though it's tied around my neck, I like the most because of this back of the neck semiconductive cooling plate. So, without further ado, we got a lot to cover, so let's get started. There will be a future video that does compare this to the Globular Cluster Premium Deluxe audio strap. And if you have not seen the last video that I did, go and check it out to see what I'm currently using implementation on the head strap. This is the VR cover replacement head strap for the Oculus Quest 2. After using this for more than 10 hours, I can say for larger heads, this is the minimum size that you would want this strap to be. As you can see, I've got it connecting right where the Velcros overlap each other at the largest expansion. And it is a super tight fit on my head. So much so that with the way that I have everything configured here, this puts so much pressure right around your eye sockets. It doesn't even touch your nose. It's pushing into your head a huge amount. So I have contacted VR Cover to inform them of my feedback. And hopefully they will have the option in the future for having a standard size and an XL size, kind of like they did for the glasses spacer, which I'm also using here. But let's go ahead, break down the head strap. Go ahead and get that out of the way. First things first, let's cover the Bionic Mantis clip-on design. high-fidelity, detachable on-ear headphones for VR, PSVR. Powerful sound, lightweight. What I like about it is white connecting arms. These black clips I could care less about though. So on the back, we see audio connection for model CUH ZVR2, which is the PSVR internationally released headset. Audio connection shows you where to plug it in at on the end line. Connects directly to the headset to consolidate hardware, making it easier to wear and store. Dynamic frequency response and powerful game sounds. Complements the design and color scheme of the PlayStation VR, easy to install and adjust. Creates an immersive experience that puts you directly in the game. Now, other languages, we have 6 languages listed here. Alarm, shut up. Alright. So, this normally sells for $60, $64.99 on Amazon usually. Ended up getting it for $32.99. So, essentially almost half price on Prime Day. It is brand new, as you can see. Lightweight design reduces ear fatigue during long gameplay. I mean, you don't really have ear fatigue if it's just sitting over, in front of your ears and not around your ears. Powerful sound for an immersive gameplay experience. Adjustable arms for the perfect fit and placement. The specifications is what's included, the Mantis and user guide, powerful 40mm audio drivers, custom clamp design, system designed for use with PlayStation VR. I mean, I love that this color here is almost a direct match to the Oculus Quest 2. They could probably get away with re-releasing this with white clips on it for the Quest 2 if they really wanted to extend their value, but here nor there. Alright, we have our trusty never rusty Radio Shack micro driver that I use for opening boxes. We have some circle tapes on the bottom. Got another circle tape. And another circle tape. The reason I'm opening from the bottom is because I don't want to deal with this. That's the only reason. Okay, so we have in the box. This is a backing for design, backdrops, whatever you want to call it. We have the manual stuck on the back. Registration card. There's the user guide. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. What we got here. So you open it up and then clamp it down. And they are labeled left and right, so that does help. The reason that I say this should be fine to work on the Oculus Quest 2, it is 2 drivers to 1 plug. And I want to see if it having a little bit longer cable is going to help out for being able to route things around. So this is how you connect it on the PSVR. It does have a lockable position for out to be able to have ease of installing or applying or wearing the headset, getting the headset on, and then you just bring it down to the regular position. There looks to be around 1 inch to 1.5 inches worth of sliding distance. Thank you for purchasing the Bionic gaming product. Our goal is to deliver high quality, innovative accessories that apply or amplify your gaming experience. Please review this guide and store it for future reference. Otherwise, please recycle. That's cool that it actually tells you you can recycle. I like that. Same thing over all the different languages. Sorry guys, I'm in a rough condition. I can't really lift my right arm very much, and trying to just restrict movement as much as possible. So, impressions of the build quality for these and the design. See, there's your locking position for out. I wish there were more of the third party, like the Globular cluster, that had this position that locks out like that. We have a Velcro wrap. It says Bionic, so that can go around your headset strap. So here we have our cable length. Almost. It's about 1.10.5 inches long for the cable, which is not too shabby. I would say that's roughly around 1.5 or 0.5 meters for the cable length. I don't know how I feel about this padding. Like, it seems like it would just be having a mesh underneath the perforation of the PU pad. PU leather, rather. It seems like it would just be a trap for dust and any sort of things that may be on your headset or on your ears. So, we shall see. The mechanism for sliding it on is decently smooth. It opens up first off, the opening is 1/4 inch by standard. Opens up. Give me a bit, guys. My hands are just not wanting to cooperate right now. To about just shy of 1 inch. The internal area that it opens up to cover and supply, about 1 inch and 3/16. Here's the one thing I've seen so far. I'm not too crazy about. Look at the little bit of range of movement and motion that you have on this. So if you wanted to completely get these out of the way, you can't. They're going to just be out. That's all you can do, is just put them out. You can't fold them back like I have folded back on the back of the head strap on the Globular cluster. I do like that it has these little grab points on here, though. It's easier to open it up. Okay. Let's go ahead. We'll check it on the VR cover. I've taken this thing on and off enough in the last few days that it's pretty easy to make sure that it's on. It just still, it wiggles. Whenever you have it on, and if you're doing any sort of movement stuff. Alright, so let's put it over the top of the strap here. And I'm just taking it on the outside strap. I'm not trying to take it through both of them. Because, like I showed you the other day, if you take it through both, you're going to hinder how much area you have on your rear supporting strap that cradles the back of your skull at the base of your head. Okay, so that's on. Take it for what you will. I'm just trying to see how it looks in this application. Ooh, that Velcro. We'll have to get in front of that. Take this one from the bottom first. Sorry. That way we can expand it upwards. Wow, that is very, very fiddly. But look at all this extra cable we have here. So, what I would advise doing with the extra cable is the same way that I do the third party, which is put it at the base right there. Look at that huge tag. Wow. I don't know what they're trying to do with all that, but I like that this actually has a white plug at the edge. Alright, moment of truth. I'm going to try and keep this in focus this time, where the last time I lost focus. trying to show you guys me wearing it because I couldn't see anything. So it looks like the socket here that they use for it being able to lock out like that is just a ball joint with a line. Alright, so I have it right at the front on that side. We're going to try and duplicate that on this side as well. I think the easiest way to have this application work on the Quest is to have something that you set on the inside of here for like a spacer of some sort to keep the strap from coming out on the Quest 2. So we need to pull this one back just a bit. Just a bit more. I see where I fouled it. Go in front of the strap instead of behind the strap. Gotcha. Yeah, it makes sense. Sorry, guys, my hands are not cooperating very well with all the stuff I have going on with my health. It kind of hinders my dexterity quite a bit. Plus, I'm a klutz anyway, so add that on top of everything else. And take it as you will. Never claim to be perfect. I claim to be somewhat functional. That's it. I never claim to be faultless. Alright. So we have our top strap, crossing top strap. Let's see how this works. Lock them out position. And let's see. Okay. I can't see anything, so but I've lined them up over my ears. So this is the VR cover replacement head strap for Oculus Quest 2 with the Bionic Mantis modular headphones made for the PSVR, working on the Oculus Quest 2. Sound isn't that bad. Yeah, this thing just really needs some sort of a halo pad. So it turns a pretty clean setup into a little bit more finicky setup, but that's not the end of our journey with these things. You know, we're going to check them on other stuff. Just to see what actual value they can retain in different kinds of head straps. But first, let's go ahead and remove the VR cover. Replacement head strap. Why? Well, a few reasons. They're right there. Or I should say, they're right there. Alright, we have that out. The easiest way I found is to flip this, turn it inwards, so it flips it up and off. Because if you try and flip it downward, you will warp these. See, I've already warped one from trying to flip it downwards. Because it has a much stronger hold on the downwards position than it does trying to flip it. The top of it inwards. And the bottom of it downwards. So, do it like this. Not like this. So, next thing, let's go ahead and cover the OQLink Upgrade 16.5 foot or 5 meter cable for the Oculus Quest for Oculus Link services. So I can already tell you that the cable here is much thicker. I like the sleeving on it as well. Yeah, it's about 5mm sleeving from the outer diameter of the cable. I love having this little grip right here. You wouldn't think that would be much, but when you have your cable plugged into the Quest 2 at the front and you are trying to get it out, any bit of grip helps. Plus the front of this has a slightly different material of texture to it. You know, you have a slight TPU style of rubber-ish, not heavy grippy rubber, but kind of like phone case type of grip right here. And that helps because you can see my fingertips can just squeeze that and pull that out. I do love that it is a seamless USB Type-C connector, just like the first cable was, which I still use whenever I don't do Oculus Air Link. I love that they've reinforced the connector on here for bends. And this is supposed to be able to handle 15,000 bends, no problem. So that definitely comes in handy. The overall amount of cable here for the weight is not too shabby. I mean, it's doable. You do have white Velcro looms, which is pretty cool to make sure that, I wouldn't say really white, I would say more translucent, because you can see through it. Somewhat. You know, the the sleeving on this. This is a paracord sleeve. So it's a nylon paracord sleeve. Opposed to a cheap type of mesh or lower end nylon. This is a 3.2 Gen 1 19 volt 5 amp, capable of 5 gigabits per second because it is 3.2 Gen 1. And it is backwards compatible for the signaling. So this cable, right whenever I got it on Amazon, had just popped up without any photos even up. And it was $25.99 or $24.99. And then I ordered another one, and it was $19.99 with 15% off. So I have a backup coming, because it's always nice to have a backup for a Oculus Link cable if you don't have the ability to do Wi-Fi. This is probably the nicest cable that is not fiber optic that can carry a capable data signal as well as charging that I have seen yet. For just like their original OQLink black cable that I used, this is among the best quality. And then you get these extras. I've already got one of these. I never have too many microfiber cloths. This company has continued to surprise me. I've been using their products ever since the first cable for over a year now. I used it on my original Quest. I think I got it, well, you can look back in the video history and see whenever I posted that video. But, yeah, it's almost a year and a half, probably. This is just, I love that, you know, it is an off-white. It may look a little bit goldish color because of the lighting. You know, I do have overhead lights that are amber-ish. But as you can see on my desktop light, it's very white. With a little bit of a silver inset for the grip. Very doable color scheme, especially for the Oculus Quest 2. I will report back with you guys in the comments, as well post the links for purchasing if you have interest to make an informed buying decision on any of these products as always. So, yeah, that's another one down. Let's go ahead and do an overview real quick of the fan that I've been using. This is the Normia Rita 2021 upgrade semiconductive cooling fan for neck fan style. Comes in pink, blackish green, and white. This was normal price $60 on Amazon. I got it for $37 on Prime Day. I think currently it's like $48, $49 or something. But let's look over the specs here. This has a 4,000 milliamp per hour battery, 3.7 volts or 14.8 watt hours. It is DC 5.0 volts, 2.0 amps max, 5 watt max. And then you have the weight is 340 grams. Just so we can read in English here, is an ice filling hanging neck fan, J01 model. And how these battery capacities are broken down, in the actual neck fan itself, there's one on each side, so it says 4,000 milliamp per hour. That means there's two 2,000 milliamp per hour batteries in this. And the reason they do that is to keep the weight balanced on side to side. It is a lithium-ion battery. The hardness of the fan blade materials is D60 Shore. The fan wind speed is 2 meters per second max. Charging time is 4 hours, and the usage time is 3 to 7 hours, depending on if you have the semiconductive unit cooling enabled as well. You do see a visible notification of what your battery percentage is, what fan speed you're on, and then you can hear how loud it is as speed 1. Here is speed 2. Speed 3. And this is a non-hair pulling type of fan in here. So it's an inductive blade, to where you have your vents here, so if your hair gets in here, there's nothing going to pull. If it gets in here, it would be very, very difficult for it to pull, but it could pull, potentially. You have these cover plates right here. They're accents, but they also provide fresh air intake. It is USB Type-C charging. This is the cable it came with. It is a flat style of cable. This is the instruction card it came with. So light status meaning, lighting symbols, snowflake icon lights up. So you'll ask yourself, what is this for? This is for the semiconductive cooling plate fan to be able to cool this down, because there is a refrigerant chip on this that causes it to get cool on this aluminum cooling plate, and that chip gets hot, so the fan is there with a heatsink over it, and then the fan to be able to cool that down. So whenever you enable this, that's when this activates. I've measured the temperatures on this. After 2 hours and 3 minutes, it has sustained down to a temperature of 27 degrees Fahrenheit. It's already cool. I just keep the cover on here because it's not hurting anything, and it keeps it from gathering so much condensation if you just leave it sitting. But yeah, this is already cool. The one thing to remember about this though, do not run this without this on. At least run this for 2 minutes before enabling your semiconductive cooling plate. Never turn off the fan and still have this running, because this will overheat and it will burn you. This can get hot. It is essentially just a heat transfer plate. I have a extremely high body temperature, so this makes more sense for me than most products do. So, let's go ahead. We'll turn this off. That's going to normalize temperature now. And then you'll notice this fan will continue running for a couple of minutes, up to a couple of minutes afterwards, so it can continue to cool that refrigerant chip, just like your car radiator does. You know, it'll run for a bit to be able to cool things down so nothing blows up or burns out. It's a very smart, intuitive design. I just wish that this was more flexible. Like, it has these silicon places right here to where it can be able to grip, but this doesn't bend much at all. I got two others that, you know, literally one sits on your shoulders, like my neck-mounted phone holder here that I'm wearing. And then the other one, it just, you know, it contours around your neck. at the base of your neck. So, just wanted to show you guys that. Now, let's get into the quote-unquote meat and potatoes, as some people like to refer. Alright, so first off, Globular cluster products. None of this stuff was bought for me. I bought it all myself. We have some black clips. Wish these were white. If they're meant for the Quest 2, they need to be white. You don't want to see things on the Quest 2 offset. Alright. So, here's how to apply this. Number 1, let's take this off. We have our bare exposed Oculus Quest 2 Fit Pack wide bracket with the VR cover XL spacer. We remove the mask. Take the plastic mask piece out. Wrap the cotton cover. Wrap the cotton cover around the plastic mask. Tie the elastic string. Tie the elastic string around the top plastic clip. Adjust. Pull and adjust. Do whatever you can to make it fit well. Pull it back. If slips around, sometimes it slips around or off. Don't worry. Just pull it back easily. Put the mask back. Put the plastic mask back in, and the installation is done. I've not seen one of these before. Looks like a cover pad for the rear of the Elite strap. That's kind of cool. I love the straightforwardness of all of the guides for the Globular cluster products. They're just great in that aspect. So we get 2 in this kit, and you know, I got these for right before Prime Day. It just took forever to ship. And I got 2 for $17.99. That's the normal price on these on Amazon. So it looks like this may be the same yoga pants material that I liked so much about the Globular Cluster Halo Premium Deluxe Audio Strap Pad. So I'm going to get my gel cover out of the freezer that I made. We're going to see how it fares being wrapped. Yes, guys, I still use this. I wish someone so badly would make one so I don't have to makeshift stuff so much. If people just had the ability to make products, because I don't have the ability to make quality products with the lack of using power tools, blades, or anything. Let's go ahead. Let's see. Ooh, it is that material, guys. This is the yoga pants material. This is not padded. This is just a cover. So this is designed to go over your original facial interface. I just want to see for my own eyes if this fits on the wide facial interface cover. It does, so far. Okay. So pull that around. Let's pull that around. We want this strap to be even. And then what you want to do is you'll have your clip that you'll place right there or on the front of the headset to where it's like that, holding it on. I am just going to run that over. And around. Well, I think it'll go better like that. Yeah. Because that way it's not blocking the clip. Just to be able to see how much area we can get this thing to cover. I don't think it was designed with the fit pack cover or with the fit pack bracket in mind. I think someone needs to come out with and bring a fit pack wide version face cover officially for the Oculus Quest 2. So I'm just going to put this on and see. It is comfortable. I mean, you can see my nose is not huge, but it is there. Go ahead and take this off. This is why not all of my facial interface covers fit, is because I am using this fit pack wide bracket and no one seems to want to make a cover for it. So let's see how it works over top of the custom bracket here that I got from Top Covos for a white bracket to make the gel have its own cover. Okay, so there's that. I think it wants to go around that way a little bit. Yeah. So cover. Well, I wasn't expecting it to completely cover. That's pretty cool. The only thing is, it may completely cover, but it also covers the vents on here, so and if you want to see how I made this gel cover, You know, there is video showing that. And this does actually make use of the original bracket for glasses cover, or for glasses spacer. So let's go ahead and apply that. There we go. Alright, so let's fix our lens here. Let's see how this feels. Okay, it definitely makes it a lot tighter around my glasses. Like, it tries to pull my glasses a little bit whenever I remove it, but I have to go in at an angle to where, like, this angle, and then bring it up straight. It does feel nice, though. I can feel the cooling from the gel. Just, it's not quite designed for the wide bracket that I use, so. Back to the drawing boards. I'll provide feedback and see what else I can get done, but alright, this is without the glasses spacer in it. You can see how shallow the lenses are to it now. It actually interferes. The way that the gel is pressed with this cover on, I can't get this lens to lock in on both sides. That definitely makes it a lot tighter around my glasses too. Alright, so we're learning things, guys. The glasses spacer, XL spacer from VR cover. Let's make sure that I have the bottom lined up. There. Alright, so we know that this does cover most of the gel, but not all. And it will not work for the size and width of the wide fit pack Oculus fit cover bracket. Let's go ahead and put this back in here. See, I normally just, put silicone cover over it. And I use the silicone cover that I used on my original Oculus Quest to be able to have that little bit of width difference than what the Oculus Quest 2 normally would have to better fit on the wide bracket. Because I have a wide bridge. Okay, so we got that. What do we got next? This. Let's check out these brackets here. I like mechanical connection stuff, and these offering a slide installing guide of adapter for installing the HTC Vive Deluxe audio strap on Oculus Quest 2. These are, I believe, 3D printed, but everything else I've gotten from Globular Cluster, I've been highly impressed with the 3D print or mold design of things. Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, they are 3D printed, but it is very smooth design. It is a slide over design. So with these, see if they're labeled L and R. They are not, but you want to have it like this. So this is the right side. You can see it has a guide on it to be able to make sure that it goes within that. This little bit offered of a mechanical connection this cover is just, having a rim around the edge is nice, but anything I have to slide onto the headset gets pulled down. So let's go ahead. Let's pull our blue light lenses out because I've not been able to get prescription yet because I'm still waiting on a prescription to come in. So, get it started on the guide, and then just work your way down. If you have a cover like I've got, hold it with one finger, use the other. To get it beyond. Okay, so that is on quite a ways. Let's go ahead and pull this one down just a little bit more to make it even. This is the kind of design that I wish there was on the VR cover replacement strap, to where you don't have the ease jiggle room. Alright, that's about even. Alright, so what do we do now? We have these on. What do we do with these? Let's take a look at my first experience, I waited to get this thing until it was on Prime Day because I ended up getting it for under $70. Can't beat that. Normally this is $100 from Amazon, shipped by Amazon. And some places charge more than that for it. People say this is the go-to epitome of what you do for any audio on the Quest and what started the whole FrankenQuest thing. The Vive Deluxe Audio Strap. Premium comfort and integrated on-ear headphones. If I did not get it in an outer box, you would have known what was arriving. So, yeah, not really a whole lot of info on here. Has the typical Steam Link box cover and Steam controller box colors, where the Vive was the first Steam-supported headset. Alright. Detach the standard strap and buckle by rotating the buckle downward. You'll hear a click when the buckle is released. Note, for more details, check out the video tutorial on https://www.vive.com/DOS. Alright guys, this thing is definitely a wider pad. It does do some of the things I wanted on the Quest 2. Having an extended padding on the top strap. Holy cheese. There's no way that's going under the regular buckle, which is why we have this. And this. So this is supposed to go kind of like what I wanted on the VR cover replacement strap, to have a higher point strap. So if I use this with the VR strap, or with the VR cover strap, it should alleviate some of the head pressure that you have from there. These are the same exact size, so we're going to, well, I always like going under and then over, so we'll do it that way first. Make sure all of our strap is even. I wish this was white, but if I really wanted to, I could take one of these white ones off of here and have it be white. Okay. So here we have a cable management Velcro strap. Continuing on in here, we have the warranty. Wow, that's a thick warranty manual. And our Deluxe audio strap user guide. So let's take a look at the actual, wow, that thing is, Okay, I was about to say. So this thing is highly padded. I don't like the type of material on this padding though, because that's easily get sweaty, dirty. I think I now see where they decided to take the design of the mesh under the PU leather ear covers for, because these are not over the ear, they're on ear, just like the Bionic. So let's compare the size. 40 millimeter. I'm guessing these are 50. We will check specifications in the manual and see if it says anything. Don't throw this away. Got it. So all of those connection things that we did is so that this connects on the sides. I would rather it be white, but for the sake of finally having people see that I have checked this thing out, you know, I'm dealing with it. So you have cable routing, little clip, and then right here you have for a type of cable differently. So if you needed to power, or for whatever the normal use of the Vive is, probably to the PC. Let's see how much extension this has on it. Alright, so it is flexible. This feels like it is plastic. It is not metal. So it looks like it may be aluminum, but it is not. It is plastic. These are actual very thin sheet metal. Though this has a very smooth movement to it. Let's check and see. From the center, we have about an inch worth of movement, so it does have an out click feature, so that helps. Has more movement for the positioning than the Bionic Mantis. But it's also about double the price in what I paid for it, so let's go ahead, we'll leave that right there. Put our facial cover on here. I think this should have been like a kit option that you could always purchase for having a wider strap. So just to check, here's the top strap for the VR cover, and that just slides right through. There's a much wider opening. Wow. So after we check this, we will check this with the VR cover strap, just to see if that fixes any of the issue that we previously have with it having so much frontward pressure mounted. On the eye socket, around the bridge of your face. Not the nose, but the bridge of your face. Alright. That goes with that. So let's check and see in here if there's any specifications. On the actual headset. I'm not reading all this because I'm just trying to get to where it shows detail. It doesn't. Alright, so I'm not going to assume anything. Let's just check out how well these clips, as you can see, I put them on backwards. Ta-ha! Leave it to me. Let's get the lenses out. Yep. Forget everything I did. This is the right one. You want it like this. So now you can see the back edge is going to hold on that lip. Alright. We get it about that far to where it's just past the audio ports. I should say the speaker port. Boy, it goes on so much easier that way, too. Until that cover gets in the way. Alright, so that's as far on as that goes. Both sides. Now, we have this upside down. So let's turn our headset upside down. We can see the circle to the circle. Snaps in. Snaps all the way in. And that's right next to that audio port. Now this just goes do-do-do. Pop. Just like that. Even covers up the Vive logo if you want it to. Vive with a line through it. But I like how it has retractable spiral cables. This is definitely a lot lighter. So, some people think that using the VR power, you want to have it down here. I'm like, nah. It needs to be up here because you need a counterbalance. And that's the biggest part that I use the VR Power for, is that counterbalance. So the strap is very nice. If there was a strap that was this wide, that was all white, and this is kind of like a suede rubber-esque TPU material. This is as wide as it gets. Let's go ahead and get our facial interface back on. Our left lens, right lens. Okay, moment of truth. How's it feel? This thing is as far out as it goes, and it's barely fitting my head. Alright, I can get 4 clicks in before it won't go anymore before running into the back of my head. I do like having this extra bit of strap height here, though. That definitely helps. Because what this does, oh, you say it's sagging on your face. You just pull it tighter, and then, you know, now it sits higher. You just don't want it to pull down from the angle that would normally. Alright, so on the sides, I've got them tucked back. Let's go ahead and keep them out. Yeah, it doesn't quite reach one ear. That's not great. So you can see, doesn't quite reach far enough down for the one ear. If I tilt the strap, I can get it to reach a little bit more. But yeah, where I have offset ears, it makes it difficult for me to have something unless it has at least 2 inches of movement for the adjustment of ears or headphones. You can see this one is fine. Completely covers like it's supposed to. This one, it's not completely covering. I do feel the weight of the headset, though, on the front of my head. But you can see, you know, both of them are all the way to the bottom. It's just me having offset ears makes it very, very difficult. for only having an inch worth of distance and movement to cover my ears properly. These do a little bit better because it has a little beyond an inch. The only thing is, you can't fold these back. There's not enough motion, side to side movement. What there just needs to be is, something that is oval shaped, that has complete mounted hinge right here, or ball joint, that is for over the ear style. That can attach to the Oculus Quest 2. Soon, somewhat soon, I will have the Rebuff Reality VR ears to be able to check and see how they work. But speaking of Rebuff Reality, let's take a look and see what I received from them. Some replacement parts for the VR Power 2. They were out of white cables, so they sent black. You notice they still don't have them up on Amazon as available for purchase because they are still fulfilling orders for the VR Power 2 and working on the transition of content availability. They even sent the full upgrade pack for the Quest 2, the original VR Power. So we have some extension, Velcros, and a black clip in addition to the black cable. That the original VR Power used. This is about 15 inches, we'll say. We'll measure it out to see precisely. Yeah, it's about 15 inches of actual cable. So I'm grateful for this because my normal strap usage, we will get to this beast now. Oh yeah, now that I have this, I can show you guys how well it fits in these cases as well. So let's go ahead. Here's the Venerdune. We'll go with it first, because it is a longer case and it is designed for a halo like used on the Oculus Rift S. So this is an actual Oculus Rift S case. I stored all the extra foam pieces from the SARLAR in here just to see how much space it could occupy. Excuse the clutter in my workshop. You know, when you get dedicated to doing something and you don't want to stop, and then, you know, it's been 50 hours later, that's kind of where I sit. Why, there's a bed here. Alright. So I like to always be at the ready. Let's go ahead and crank this thing in. Alright, so here's the thing. That's not going to fit. Why? Because I didn't take out the foam up here. Lol. Now, oh look. It fits. But, I wish that these things would go further. If they would go all the way to sitting on top of the bars here, that would be awesome. That is where the globular cluster, in my opinion, and it is my opinion, exceeds every single other adopted DAS style or audio strap application, is the full rotation you have with this product. You may see this and wonder, well, what is this? This is what I was talking about. This is the Kraken headband cover for the headphones that I am using as a cable pad, or I'm not a cable, but a top strap pad and way of keeping the cable out of sight and out of contention for being an issue. So we can see this case does fit, but you know, just like with the Deluxe or the Premium Globular Cluster Premium Deluxe Audio Strap, head strap, there is a slight bit of expansion. So that leads us to the SARLAR. Will it fit in here? Well, you decide. I think it fits easier in here than what I'm currently making use of, because of the ability to run this strap through the cables or the controllers to hold them in supported. I mean, it even can stay assembled. Unlike this, which I have to undo the battery to have it flapping backwards to get in here. And then have to set it like this. So it looks like a transformer. I don't know. You tell me. Does it fit? I think it fits. Completely fine. I mean, look at the distance. You tell me which is more of a FrankenQuest, something that easily fits in here, or something that I have to finagle to get to fit in there. I mean, it's still surrounded by padding. All it did is turn sideways a bit. So if I actually ran this strap under here and then over, and oh yeah, guys, I didn't put my lens cover in because, you know, I've got my blue light lenses covers on there, so that's something that you may or may not be affected by, but it's not going to change how this fits. If you even wanted to do it like upside down, it actually fits better like that, I think. Completely. I mean, this case is under $40, and it continues to amaze me how much this thing can fit. Yeah, I think it definitely fits better upside down. Then you have more room around the edges that, you know, your headphones aren't getting in the way of other stuff. So, I mean, guys, you let me know what you think about these products. If you have experience with them, feel free to share in the comments below. Do you like the video? Consider give it a thumbs up. You know, appreciate the vote of confidence in me creating content on my mobile phone while waiting on storage to free up to make more content. And, you know, if you want to know whenever I have new things up, you know, subscribe to the channel. Consider following me on Twitter at Zobernite to know whenever I have new things coming in that may be potential new videos. But yeah, guys, yeah, this is another long one. A lot of things covered, but guys, Zobernite, your Tech and Games Crusader. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good night, good day. Take care. We'll see you later.